and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire. Wake up, the day is bright, time to feel the glow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today. We'll keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way. In every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. So grab your coffee, your tea, or toast. With Courdel Jones, we'll give you the most. Livewire, we'll give you the way. Coming to the energy, the beat of the street, the show that connects. It's where people meet. We're wired to your world. We got the news on Livewire. There's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. Happy to be here with you for yet another episode. Um, so many things happening in our country. So many things. I'm asking persons why we got so much fighting these days. The amount of videos I see with persons fighting across this country, it's a love. We gotta live in peace and love, man. Right? We gotta live in peace and love. No fighting. It's Christmas. We gotta be together. We gotta be one Guyana. Right? We gotta be one Guyana. Jesus Christ. Right? So, welcome to the show. Thank you guys for being here. Let us hop right into it. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. I was late this morning, so I didn't get to set everything. Sorry. Yeah, give me a second. Give me a second. Man. Oh, right. Yeah, so let's get back. Still got a little crack there. You seen it? Right there? Yeah, it is what it is. So let me go. Morning to the people joining. Listen, if y'all have an uncle like mine, knuckles, you're knuckly. But I gotta wait till he get a little older. You think he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu or taekwondo or something. So gotta wait till he get a little older. Get in there though. But again, morning to you guys. Welcome to the show. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Special good morning to all the persons joining us in the comment section. Happy to have you guys here for yet another episode. I'll let you guys know right now, despite the videos that I showed you yesterday, we're the General Secretary for the We Invest in Nationhood Party. would have promised to provide correspondence that that party would have sent to the government of Guyana to have access to the hostel facilities. We did not receive those documents. I have not seen any publication from Kaitro News in relation to those documents. So I am a bit worried that despite the facade presented by the WIN operatives, why would I lie? Why would I lie? Why would I do this? It seems that they are natural born liars and we cannot trust them. We cannot trust them. Now, yesterday, after I had the interview with Minister Kroll, we went into the shenanigans that took place, or I should say that unfolded on Sunday in front of the hostel, right? I was trying to interview the leader, which was interrupted by several members of parliament from that party and several WIN supporters and activists. However, I was able to talk to one lady, this lady right here. Now, if you remember yesterday, I told y'all I was reliably informed that this lady is just a disgruntled individual who was a part of the nursing program in her region and was expelled from that program for her drunkenness and drunken behavior at the people course and her absenteeism. So she is not a genuine person raising genuine issues. She has a beef with the government of Guyana because, and more so, I guess, the Ministry of Health, because they did not encourage her with her foolishness. They did not allow her to be in a drunken state. Priya Pasad Jagdiu, I am coming to that. I'm skin growing. Look, like, I don't like nobody attack. Stop. Let me stop. Let me continue. So, as I was saying, this woman should be the last person talking about anything in relation to behavior, treatment, or how anybody should operate, given her past. You understand? And that is what you find over at WIN. Outcasts, rejects. So Natasha Singh Lewis, outcast, reject from the PNC. Tabitha Sarabuhali, outcast, reject from the PNC, from the WPA, and I think the AFC too. She get rejected out of outcast out of. Odessa Primus, outcast, reject from nothing to laugh about and just comedian or comedic shenanigans in Guyana. She's not that funny. And Odessa, we are still waiting on the correspondence that you said you will provide to Livewire News before the end of the day, which shows that WIN would have engaged the government. Morning to Miss Arlene Ward. Morning to Mr. Ward as well, up in there in Region 7. Right? So, no documentation. Further proof that these persons are not interested in the betterment of the people they claim to be going around to make their lives better. It's all a show, shenanigans. And as Minister Sarah said, the Minister of Amerindian Affairs, morning to Tracy Martindale, joining us from Region 7 as well. As the Minister of Amerindian Affairs said, it could have been a distraction from court on Monday, and most likely it was. Most likely it was. Right? So that is who they bring out. And as she said, she rightfully said, they get in label a script. You're a script. A drunken, absent script. You understand? So all that stuff she talking about, Amerindians shitting like dirt and pigs and blah, blah, blah. Foolishness. Foolishness. A lot of the facilities that are afforded to indigenous people in this country, no other race gets it. None. You understand? It is not done. So I was glad I was able to confirm this information, right? This drunken, absentee, almost nurse in Guyana is just trying to settle a grievance she may have with the health department in her region because they didn't encourage her in her worthless behavior and they didn't allow her to be intoxicated whilst in the nursing course. They didn't allow her to be missing classes and still graduate. So she is vexed. You remember the old lady who said, but she's sisters in the Trudeau family and thing? Another old worries. Another old worries. So that is the collection of individuals. You understand? The collection of individuals that WIN presents to the Guyanese people. And I think it's IPAS the greatest. Again, I'm saying, Natasha St. Louis, please return those people, little child, that you calling husband. Please return them people, child. That boy is not of age to be in any marriage or anything. What's going on with you? And sir, here, loving at age and thing. But love at a certain age is illegal. And it may be illegal because that boy look older than 17. How you get he, Natasha? No, don't let me say that. Anyway, my point is, this lady here, we understand where you were coming from. We understand what you were trying to do, and you failed. She mentioned nothing about her situation. You understand? Nothing at all. Another thing I wanted to touch on from yesterday that slipped me. There was a gentleman who approached me. Let me see if I could find it. Talking about some woman at the hospital. Some woman at the hospital was at the hospital and asked me for money or something of the sort. Right? Let me find the video. Just give me a second. I'm scrolling down. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Hold a second. Let me put it on screen. Now, I want to ask y'all a question, right? I would like to ask y'all a question. And this here only jumped out at me after the fact yesterday. I wasn't paying attention too much to the video, so I missed it. Where is he? This guy. This guy here. So, this is my contention. This guy was at the hostel on Sunday talking about, he was at Georgetown Public Hospital and he ran into okay, right, good. So he ran into an Amerindian woman at the hospital, and the Amerindian woman was asking him for money. And he had to give her money. Take. So, man, how we can verify this story? If you remember at the beginning of his video, he don't support PVP, he don't support PNC, he's not a Muhammad fan. He said so himself. So I am asking, you were at the hospital, are you looking after your family or yourself? Because you don't look sick. You look like you are in good health. So it may be somebody sick for you, a friend, a relative, or whatever, right? You're at GPHC looking after your family, your friend, somebody sick for you. You run into an Amerindian lady who asks you for money, right? You give her the money. How you reach from the hospital to the hostel? How you know that Muhammad was out there doing a protest for indigenous persons in the hostel that ain't getting money and ain't getting food and all kind of thing? How you reach by the hospital? The lady at the hospital asked you to come down to the hospital to the hostel to see what's going on. So you left your family or friend because you had to have a reason to be at the hospital. You don't go to the hospital online. Right? How did you, or what was the reason you were at the hospital? You could have been sick. So it's either you sick, your family sick, or a close friend to you sick. Because I got some friend who's sick in hospital and I don't go. Because me and them are not close. So the fact that you're there, it has to be either you, close family, close friend. You saw the indigenous woman, gave her the money, then left. You left you either looking after yourself, either looking after your family, or either looking after your friend, left the hospital and come to stand up in the rain outside in the hostel because the Amerindian woman asked you for money. You didn't have nothing to do, brother. Clearly, you didn't have anything to do. Clearly, you didn't have anything to do. Because I'm wondering the story. Right? The story don't make sense to me. A random indigenous person walk up to you and ask you for money, and you left the hospital to come down to the hostel to protest with T Win on their behalf, and you're not a part of the group. Foolishness. Foolishness. And that's the kind of thing they just try to like slip by us as Guyanese. Because it didn't even click to me then during the live, and even yesterday. It didn't click like how you reach from there to here. What was your reason for leaving the hospital? One indigenous person asks you for money, and you drop everything you're doing and gone for protest on their behalf? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You understand? So, at the end of the day, a lot of these persons who are claiming to be talking like Natoya Nash, the unsuccessful nursing student, right? I'm talking to my indigenous brothers and sisters. I'm talking to my indigenous brothers and sisters. Natoya, you used to walk the shallow and swim the deep? Huh? You used to walk the shallow and swim the deep? I used to drink till it's shallow and sleep very deep. Which one? Which one? You understand? Anyway, let me move to the main course. So again, we see these persons with their convenient outrage. A set of persons who like to talk about democracy and rights of women and this and that, always attacking the Mati. No, first of all, this is a lovely dress. This is a lovely dress. Second of all, we want the blasted first lady wear. Shein, wretch. We want she wear. That's the first lady of Guyana. That is the first lady of Guyana. What the hell you want she wear? Huh? What the hell Hannah wearing? What the other sister wearing? Why are you not upset about that? An idiot like Hannah. What did somebody please put the other sister name in there? I don't know. It's some Khalifa or some shit like that. Hannah and the other idiot sister are dressing in these things since they're born. These are the people who are pretending that they're championing the rights of poor people, driving in vehicles that people have to become minister of government to drive in. They got them naturally. They got it naturally. And you looking at the forest lady and what she wearing, she blasted right. Hannah and Hadia, two idiots. Two idiots. And they bring Odessa Primus in to pose this foolishness. Odessa, your one hand can't even fit in the dress. And I talking, you realize it's strapless. So they ain't got no sleeve for your hand. I talking the main part of the dress. You one hand can't even fit in there. Take a page out of the Forest Lady book. Take a page out of Minister Manichan book. Take a page out of Azardine book, because Azardine was oversized too. And Azardine wore can bring it down. But Azardine doesn't care about you. The fugitive offender does not care about you to link you up with something. He's always making accusations about who using this drug and who using that drug and who using this drug for weight loss. Why isn't he helping you? Why doesn't Azardine like you? Why doesn't the fugitive offender care about you enough to invest in you so that you can be around longer to protect him? He doesn't realize they got a lot of fat around your heart that could cause your heart attack to drop down and dead. He don't realize you could gorge in on some pork and catch a stroke and half your body thing that you're done with. He know about hypertension, you know about diabetes, all these things that can affect you, Odessa. You attacking the Forest Lady. You can't be for real. You cannot be for real. So again, my main point. What do you expect? Okay, let us contrast. On Sunday, I was contrasting the fact that Azardine, the fugitive offender, his father would have said, there's no perfect businessman that pays taxes. Not a single reporter who was there that may have been sympathetic to Azardine or not said, hey, despite this, you thinking, wherever you think is still wrong. You understand? Whatever you're thinking is still wrong. At the end of the day, this situation with the Forest Lady is highly out of order. And even if anybody wants to talk about the Forest Lady, it should not be you, Odessa. It should not be you, Odessa. Persons all around the world, if they have weight issues or any issues of that sort, they find some way to deal with it. You are now attacking persons who want to have a better lifestyle. Are you upset that you may not be able to fit in that dress? Is what is upsetting you? That you may be unable to wear that dress that the Forest Lady wears? How many dresses Hannah and Hadia have that cost more than that? I'm just asking. Have you ever noticed or have you ever went in to Hannah's closet or Hadia's? You can't even go in there people's room. You ever go in their closet and check to see if they got any Vera Wang dresses or Versace or Gucci or Balmain or Balenciaga? You know how much them things cost? Some of them sneakers that Azardine wearing, you know how much them things cost? Them Balenciaga sneakers and them kind of thing. Are you running down the Forest Lady? Mind you, Odessa, the Forest Lady was never accused of smuggling gold or tax evasion or wire fraud or anything like that. So whatever the bomber cloth she wear, she's entitled to because the money was gained by legal means. What stupidness you imagine you. I listened to the first video she did. I going back and forth. As they come to me, I'm going with them. I listened to the video that Wynn did with the Minister of Amerindian Affairs when she said, this is not campaign time and the president something. I don't even listen to the president. That's how stupid this stupid. So you're not even listening to see if there's any lapses or anything that you could legitimately jump on to say, hey, you're failing there. Hey, you're doing that. You ain't even listening. I even doubt they would have looked at the standing orders of the parliament. Highly doubt it. You understand? And that is who we have to deal with. Instead of her sending the correspondence to show that they have reached out to the government to look at many issues, as they said, a bunch of friggin' liars. No information for nobody. She said nothing, but you jumping on the first lady and the dress she wearing. And mind you, Odessa find this on your own. Odessa see the dress and one else, nothing what the lady had on. Odessa had no clue. It had to be Hannah or Hadia. Who does wear them thing and nobody them thing. You understand me? Had to tell she, hey, the first lady wearing so dress and it costs so much. She don't know that. Odessa don't wear nothing close to that in terms of style or costing. Nothing close to that. So it's not like, oh shucks, I bought this dress last year. I know this designer. Wait, first lady wearing it now? No. You see how they had Odessa dress for swearing at Parliament? You mean to tell me Hadia and Hannah can get Odessa a little closer, buy something, do up she hair properly instead of the old thing she had on she hair? And listen, as a Guyanese, I take offense because that's my first lady. Right? That's Odessa's first lady. That's the fugitive offender first lady, whether they like it or not. So I take offense to persons attacking the leaders of my country. Right? I take offense to that. Especially people who ain't doing nothing to make themselves better. How could you have a problem with someone trying to make their lives better, trying to live longer, trying not... Anyway, don't let me settle. Trying to make their life better, trying to live better, trying to live longer. They're longer around their children. They mustn't have any, issues, health complications. So how could you try to create this image that, oh God, the first lady dress costs between 5,000 to 20,000? It's the first lady. What you want she wear? What you just wear? You don't want she show up in a blue pants, a white blouse, a old black jacket, and a wig like they put a calabash on your head and cut around and left the rest? Those who you don't want the first lady to show up to the event in, looking like you? And listen, I can tell you right now, I don't think Odessa is the bride of Chucky. Odessa is not the bride of Chucky. Look carefully at those MPs. It's an MP to be a DRU in Linden. Look at the two. It's not Odessa. Odessa is not the bride of Chucky. I think it's the Linden MP who... Listen, it's crazy. So Azzuddin Mohammed didn't buy a nice outfit for you to wear. Azzuddin Mohammed didn't buy a nice outfit for you to wear to get swearing. He had you looking like the comedian you are, a spectacle. You understand? A spectacle. And you jumping on the forest lady because she dress and look nice. You gotta try and look like people. You gotta try and look like people. And I know a lot of y'all gonna come with Courdel talking black people. I do it to Indians as well, that out of order. I do it to Amerindians as well, that are out of order. Chinese, Portuguese, whoever. Whoever. You understand? I'm an equal opportunity roaster. Or I say equal opportunity troll. I will troll you despite your race. No issue. No issue with that. I have no race and me don't deal. I like all races. All. Sometimes I'm disappointed in some of them, but I'm appreciative of all races. Right? So my attack, as many may put it, label this morning, is not at Odessa's race. It's at the person itself. It's at the person. Because I don't see people call him on private number again. Don't call me private. Somebody's call me on private and hang up all the time and stop answering private numbers. So if you call in now, you understand? Your number private. So I'm not answering the call. I'm not answering the call. So again, allow the forest lady to be the forest lady. And this is the thing with them, you know. They can't please them. You remember when President Ramutar's wife, quiet lady, she wasn't as outgoing as Granger or First Lady Ali, right? They used to think, oh, the lady wear some shoe with him match, some dressing look good. This the on the woman case, y'all would remember President Ramutar's wife. Always on she case. Every minute. Oh, why she wear the shoe? Look, she dress. You don't like this color? You don't like. I think they had a photo with the president, with President Ramutar, and I think Obama. With President Ramutar and President Ramutar, his wife, Barack Obama, and Michelle Obama. And if you hear how they go on, call it good morning. Morning.
You got to see with that girl. That girl have no shape for them. Dress that can't fit she. These dress them body for us, lady wear it very shape, you know, man. You know, surprise me say got no fucking shape.
All right. Thanks for sharing, brother.
You ever go board the market and buy everyone see which come off? The top fine and the bottom fine and the middle fat.
Later, brother, later. Thanks for sharing. You understand what I'm telling you? You understand what I'm telling you? Odessa, get your life together. I heard that you have a child. I don't know if male or female, how old the child is. But at that size, you got the wrong long to see them. You got to work on that. However, you understand? Because understand this. Not everybody has the mental fortitude to keep a gym every day or every 3 days or them kind of thing. So people may seek other avenues to live a healthier life. Why chastise them about that? Why don't you try to find an avenue for you to live a healthier life? Probably stop inhaling everything you see. That may be the first step for you. But once you attack the first lady, I will come for you. I will come for you. In somewhat of I'll try my best to be respectful, but I will come for you. You're past that woman. You could ever make it to the point of being a first lady? Anybody who got presidential aspirations looking to marry you? Even if use this second choice, as Melly Mel say, remember, according to Melly Mel, the president was supposed to marry or he proposed to some other woman and she said no, and he end up with the first lady. Again, that seems like the first lady won the prize. Because the first person that was proposed to is not married to a president of a country. What's your point? What's your point? And you walk around the place looking like a black tank, and you ain't losing no weight. Nobody's proposing to you for you to refuse. Not a soul is proposing to you for you to refuse. Not a prime minister, not a PS. Who proposed it to you? For you to say no, for them to go and look for somebody else and then become accomplished. I am interested in finding out that, Odessa. How many proposals did you have in your lifetime? Your friend is Melly Mel. She has attacked the first lady as well. Right? How much people proposed to you in your lifetime that you could have refused? And how much of them went on to be successful? That's the question of the day. That's the question of the day. You understand? So you allow the first lady. Look at Natasha St. Louis. See what she wearing. How much them hijab and stuff that she wearing. Islamic clothes expensive. See how much them things she wearing. How much it costs. The shades on Azadine face, the shorts, the pants he wearing. Tell us how much those cost. The crown that y'all driving around without insurance and all these things. Tell us how much those cost. Right? Tell us how much those cost. The Land Cruisers, the Lamborghini, you correct me. The Lamborghini. Tell me how much it costs for real. You wearing but a $5,000 dress from the first lady? What the hell? Plus, y'all understand something. My Guyanese locally may not understand or know, but I know persons in the diaspora know this to a T. They have certain designers that will give somebody like the first lady an outfit just to wear it for free so that they can say, First Lady Arya Stark, the First Lady of Guyana, wore my dress to this event. Michelle Obama, all of them fancy dress, people get them so that they wear it, and then the other rich people around the place, like Azadine and Hannah and them, could go and buy it because they see the First Lady in it. The chief lady of the country wearing the dress. They do this with celebrities. They do it all over the world. They give you a dress. So say, oh my God, look, who's a star, man? A female star. Somebody help me, man. Look, Angelina Jolie in that dress. And when they walk the red carpet, you know, the media's like, who are you wearing? Who are you wearing? Whose dress are you wearing? Oh, this is Versace. Now, all the little people who rich, the people who middle class, and even some poor people trying to save money to go and buy the Versace dress because they see Angelina Jolie in it. It's a part of the system. When I hosted Miss Guyana Universe a couple of years ago, I never gonna look for the photo. I had a black and white dashiki top thing. I didn't buy that. If you saw this thing nice, and a lot of times the people's get the dress to wear and just collect it back. I'm not saying that's the case with the first lady, but this collect it back. Me, the shiki top that I wear to the event, they collect back. It was for just the night. Jennifer Lopez, those people, they just get these dresses to wear. It's like a market. It's like advertising. Oh, Jennifer Lopez, so lovely. Who dress is this? Jennifer, who are you wearing? Oh, this is Gucci. Gucci get sales. Y'all stupid. Odessa, you stupid. I'm pretty sure if you go in Hannah or Hardy closet, you have to, you're going to find one of them dress. Right? The first lady husband is everybody else, man. Yeah, song stupid. Bro. Listen to what I'm trying to tell you. Right? This is what I'm trying to tell you, brother. My runner, sister. Listen. Your husband is probably everybody else, man, too. But that is life. What we gonna do? Is he respecting you? Are you the head of the household? Then we are not judging you. You understand? Does Odessa have a husband to be everybody else, man? And this meeting with y'all is attacking these people with baseless things, frivolous foolishness. You're not attacking a project the first lady do, or a project she can execute. You're attacking a dress that the first lady looks damn good in. What nonsense is that? What nonsense is that? You know where you man been last night, friend? And you talking about the first lady husband is everybody. You got evidence of that? Where you husband been? Are you married? Did anybody decide to give you their name? Miss Thompson. Is that your maiden name or your marriage name? Thompson. You understand? Miss Thompson, you, like Odessa, I would deem as rejected goods. Rejected goods. Nobody got no time with y'all, but y'all watching everybody else. I say this to you this morning. Odessa, Miss Thompson, and the rest of minions running around win. Seek purpose and abundance. Hate won't get you far. Look, hey, I don't know what to say about y'all people, you know. I don't know what to say about win. This is the most mediocre bunch of politicians I've ever come across. You understand? This is the jokiest. You sound stupid. You is an auntie man attacking a woman. Why you don't go and attack a man who is talking about? Friend, I just go to Azardine and he's run. I attacking. So it's okay for women to say what they want and nobody must respond. And because somebody responds, they're an auntie man. Or because the response lash you more than your initial statement, the person auntie man. You bring your auntie. You bring your auntie. And it seems clearly you ain't got a man. Can you answer my question? Where was your man last night? Talk to me. Right? Where was your man last night? You don't see how Azadine Mohammed just run from me? He's not a man or he's a woman? He running because he's a woman. I'm trying to understand. Aubrey Norton just run because he's a woman, don't let me the press conference. The AFC does run because they're women. What's your point? What point you trying to make? When Aubrey Norton run and jump in the vehicle, when I asked about the SOPs in front of the president's house, he was a woman because that was a man that I confronted and he ran. So you may need to find out if your man was at Baroon Bar or Red Dragon last night, being everybody else, man. But at the end of the day, I will say this to you. Anybody come at me verbally, I will respond to you. I don't care if you think I'm a T-man or this or that. That's your opinion. I know if you bring any of your female relatives, I will show you different. That's all I'm saying. Bring a female relative, Miss Thompson. You have no photo on your YouTube page. But if you're a looker, you bring yourself. You bring yourself. Because clearly your man seems to be occupied. He's not looking over you. He's not checking to see what you got going on for yourself. You understand? And more so, just like the persons are asking in the comment section, Miss Thompson, where were you last night? Where were you last night? You understand? This is how these idiots are. You attack people, and because they respond to you, these are anti-man. Just like Mohammed Mussolini or Morsalini or whoever the former PNC treasurer. So this girl, Lashley, she got some fancy first name. Lashley. Let me tell you something. I think I met this girl in person twice. Or I should say meet. Saw her in person twice. One time, it was Mashramani Day. And she was sweaty looking, stink, winding up. I think it was in police van. And I was doing a live. And we see each other, we wave at each other, and we went our way. I had a next time, I saw her somewhere on the way to Barbies or something. And I completely ignored her. She saw me, I saw her. I didn't wave nothing. Because for me, I don't acknowledge influencers, but some of them, I don't rate you. I don't see the fascination with you. She's pretty, and that is all that sells her. She has no sort of intellect to put content out there to anybody to, change her life, do something. It's just she screen grab. She commented on a live that which one is Courdel Jackass? Oh, sorry, Jones. So I was thinking this is the same girl who talking about cyberbullying. After she full she broad mouth with all Marriott buffet food and still wanted to carry home. And the people lash her. Oh, you're bullying me. I'm pregnant. My pregnancy. All that shit. This is the same person. I said, man, but I never comment. Okay, wait, let me see. Shut your stupid mouth. Where is your wife / woman? I have a husband living better than you. And that is why you on YouTube trying to get money off of women's name. I was at work, silly. Okay. So one, I have a woman. Yeah. I keep her private because of the work I do, and I know how you win people and PNC people are. You guys attack persons who you don't support. Right? How you know how I live in? I have a whole studio in my house. You know the size of my house. You know my monthly income. How you know your husband living better than me? Pack ramen from the US is cost as much as pack ramen in Guyana. So y'all eating pack ramen over there. You know what I in my fridge. You understand? So, Miss Thompson, I'm suggesting you post a photo in your fridge now, and I can pass this here. Me even done the live. I can get up and take a photo in me fridge, and let me compare and see who husband or who living better than who. You understand? Secondly, let me just say to you, ma'am, I don't make any money. I don't make any money from YouTube. Not a bumbleclot cent. Right? Not a cent. On YouTube, I got must with 3,300 followers. Not money making. Facebook, no money from that either. So you may be thinking like the Americans who's run to YouTube and or we don't do that here. We have to actually work to make a living. You understand? We have to work to make a living here in Guyana. And that's what I want you to understand, Miss Thompson. Your debad, not a wrong husband who allegedly live in better. He must live in better if he's non-existent. You coming for me? I able with all y'all. I able with all y'all. That's not a problem. That's not a problem for me. I able with all y'all. Come true. Come true, Miss Thompson. You understand? You have no husband. But back to cricket. Back to cricket. Leave the First Lady alone. Leave the First Lady alone. But listen, let me tell you something now. Right now, it's like this lady don't trouble nobody. This lady don't trouble nobody. Do she think quiet in a car and you can see a photo, she giving out something, she at some event. Quiet, quiet, quiet. But you feel because you, Madam Bulko, big and burly, and your voice loud and intimidating, like we're trying to do with Minister Sarah Brown. You understand? You could holler and go on and intimidate the First Lady. But if you think you had problems with the Amerindian Affairs Minister, you want to buck up with the body. You don't want to buck up with the body. You understand? You don't want to. I just letting you know. You might be unpleasantly surprised that the veracity that could probably come in that small package. You understand? The lilacs might cut down a big, big, big tree like you. So please, I think as a general secretary for a party, you should focus more on issues around the country, engaging the government, providing correspondence that you would have engaged the government. Hey, you see, Uncle Ronald, this man that's test my faith, you know. You understand? My uncle has test my faith. Man is a comic. But like I said, you leave the First Lady alone. Go and look at the dresses Hannah and Hadia wear, and you look at the prices. Tell them wear something from Shein to make them look a little more humble when you're going into places to play. Oh gosh, look what's going on here. Oh. Anyway, we're moving on. Right? Let me move on. So let's go. This is a scene from the cash grant protest. It's not a long video. This is a scene from the cash grant protest. I want to know how Guyanese was celebrating Christmas before we had cash grant. You understand? How are they doing it? How were they able to celebrate Christmas before cash grant was introduced? The people who gave you nothing are now the ones lobbying for cash grant. The PNC, APNU, AFC gave you no cash grant. None. Now, this is the only thing everybody talking about. Cash grant. Scholarship. Cash grant. Scholarship. And then, if y'all remember, and then, after she gets a scholarship. But anyway, my point is, the APNU, the PNC for real. Somebody said Uncle Ronald is a wind spy. You understand? What was Terence Campbell hoping to accomplish yesterday? And is the turnout something? Sorry, I should say my crash Gant. My crash Gant, not cash grant. Crash Gant. Terence, what were you hoping to accomplish yesterday? You were hoping thousands of Guyanese would leave their paying jobs to come out at the square of the revolution with It's 12 with 12 idiots in the hot sun to protest for money that they could have been working for, that they will get anyway, as President Ali said. That's the kind of ignorance that has shocked me about these guys. That is why you see this turnout here. Because the majority of Guyanese right now, except for these old people who had their time and they got all the time in the world now to just come out in the middle of the day to do foolishness. But real Guyanese, who understand the progress that is made in this country, who understand the opportunities that are available now in this country, they're going out and look for it. They ain't got time to stand up in a circle and beg for freeness. Y'all ask Janice what's come after freeness. And that's what he wants, you know. He wants all involved in the foolishness. He and Mohammed Mussolini, all involved in the foolishness. But I am just saying to you, Guyanese, your president has promised you. Your president has delivered. Your president and his government, and by extension, the People's Progressive Party Civic, has promised you before and has delivered before. They promised housing, they deliver. They promised health care, they delivered. They promised the new Barajagio River Bridge. So we didn't know the name in there. They deliver. They promised the bridge in Linden, they deliver. They promised the stadium in Linden, they are delivering. They promised the road to Letem, they're working on that. They promised do all the roads in the capital city, 90% done. They promise new hospitals, new schools, building all over the place. They promise Guyanese benefiting from we oil money happening. So if they have been delivering all the time, they promise you the 100,000 cash grant the last go wrong, you got it. They promise to bring back the Because We Care and increase it, you got it. They didn't promise money to dialysis people, they get it. They get it still. They didn't promise increases to persons with disability, they get it. The pensioners getting one-off cash grant all the time, plus increases in pension all the time. The promise to ease the traffic congestion, it has eased yesterday. So let me tell you something. I got an MT-07, right? Yesterday, I went to NCN to meet a colleague. Colleague asked me for a ride. Push the wrong key in the bike, torn it, broke the key in the bike. You understand? Broke the key in the bike. So it's whole day yesterday, we there trying to get that sorted out. All I'm saying, I lose my train of thought. Honest to God, sorry. I lose this lady. Who's this? Still calling. I ain't taking no more calls, guys. No more calls today, right? But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is the government would have made and delivered on all promises made to the citizenry, right? They would have made those promises and delivered. New Borby's bridge billion, all kind of thing. So why would one promise of a cash grant, which they would have delivered on before, we need APNU and PNC to protest for it? Huh? Yeah, I get to know like you, Uncle Ron. Right? Why we need the PNC to remind the government who is doing what they said they were going to do. Why we need y'all to remind? Make it make sense. People who couldn't even deliver when they were there, protesting for other people to deliver. Y'all for real? Are y'all for real? You see, Adi? Jesus Christ. You see, my friend Adi? He easy, you know. Adi said, you lie. The one promise they ain't keep up to now, the riggers in there in jail. They're working on it. And my point, Adi, is that it's in the process. But the judicial system, what we got to do? What we got to do? That's how the system set. And because President Ali runs a democratic government, they're not going to impose on the judiciary. Even if the judiciary, there may be some elements that have lost their integrity and they are willing to sell themselves to the highest bidder. Some of them, not all. You understand? Sell themselves to the highest bidder. But the government working. The government got the evidence of the rigging. So even that, we can think from soon. Even that. But the audacity of the dirty dozen to play, they protested to make the government give the cash grant. Y'all can't do nothing. You couldn't do nothing before with Aubrey at the helm. You definitely can't do nothing now with Terence Campbell at the helm. You're probably better off in bringing back Aubrey. Because some of the stupidness that I've seen Terence Campbell put out on social media as him holding the government foot to the fire is more than idiotic. Right? It is more than idiotic. Case in point, the Lambert Street, Broad Street cleanup with City Hall that's supposed to be cleaning that area that is PNC controlled. So instead of he go to his comrade mentor, what a bumper clot you doing in the capital city? When last did you go to Councillor Ellis's area, PNC Councillor Ellis's area, Broad and Lambert Street, and see the garbage that is there? Think about it. He is the head of the PNC, APNU in Parliament. The PNC is the head of the Mayor and City Council, which has purview over that area. You understand? And they ain't go, listen, all that garbage you reached there yesterday is a while. So it's long City Hall garbage, truck or any cleaning happening in the area. You understand where I'm coming from? This is what we got with Terence Campbell. And on the other hand, you got the fugitive offender and crew. The fugitive offender and crew. We have descended into a dark place in relation to representation from the opposition. A dark, dark place. Guys, I gotta get out of here. It was great being here with you this morning. Please be safe on the roadways. I see Dexter Todd all protesting out there. You could tell Dexter uncomfortable being out there in this. Dexter didn't know about that. Dexter don't know about that. You see Dexter holding the tickets like he trying to block this seat. Like, what doing out here? I rich. What am I doing out here? Dr. Dexter Todd. Dr. Dexter Todd. Doctor. Fail. You notice you don't hear anything else about his involvement in the Adriana Young thing. Now that he's a member of parliament, you don't hear nothing. He's a lead attorney. Although the autopsy overseas says, hey, this was done correctly, we'll still be pursuing the matter and all this other what? Not investigative. He's a forensic lawyer. You notice you hear nothing else from the forensic lawyer in relation to Adriana Young since he got into parliament. Y'all remember the forensic lawyer, Dr. Dexter Todd, was the one who people were locked up wrongfully for the disturbance, and people were locked up. The judge was standing on the road when the people were burning down the tongue. When Adriana father they call him out for burning down the tongue the night. Locked up, bro. We'll get all of them out. We'll get them out. You notice he never hear back nothing. He never said, well, oh, we get out 6 of them. We get out 7 of them. Nothing. Y'all remember the man who they said that the PVP people during the elections come and attack he, and they do he this, and they do he that, and blah, 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 blah. And they start with he in front of the station somewhere on the west side. I think it's Den Amstel station or somewhere wrong there. I might be wrong in terms of the police station. You remember the man, the weeder man. Oh, they come and they attack me, and they tell me this, and they do me this. Bops, somebody record it. If you see the weeder man behavior in the people bus going on lawless. In the people bus going on lawless. You notice Dexter disappear? Dexter Todd is the second coming of Nigel Hughes. Dexter Todd is the second coming of Nigel Hughes. Everest Rooftop, the boy who had the bionic vision. You remember? Nigel buying land from people who improve, they own it. Jesus Christ. Look, y'all have a wonderful. I gotta go. I carry on too long. Again, have a wonderful day. Y'all continue to be good Guyanese. Do not be fooled by the nonsense put out by Win. You understand me? Do not be fooled with the distraction of the First Lady's dress when they haven't provided the correspondence that they sent to the government requesting meetings to fix anything in this country. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled by Gaston with that walkabout they had in your area. Do not be fooled. They didn't put that 4-lane road that give you another access to your area there. They put in the concrete road there. Y'all have a wonderful day. Continue to be good Guyanese. See you here tomorrow, same time, same place. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. One guy.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river
Look. I can't. Whoever they hear now, yeah, I catch this extra piece. I can't. Just wait a minute. Just wait a minute. Listen, I signed off just now and I'm going to Facebook. And look, I just want to prove a point to you. Exactly what I was saying to you earlier, right? The persons out at this protest, these people who ain't got no work. You hear what I'm telling you? The people who are out at this, my God, yes. The people who are out at this protest are persons who ain't working no way. Let me look at this quickly. I just went over to Facebook and I stumbled over some photos of more persons at the protest outside of the video that I had. Right? So quickly before I go, we continuing. Sorry, but this thing burdened me. And let me watch what I'm saying. Can you can hear kind of thing? This thing is upsetting my spirit, right? It is upsetting my spirit. So I have to speak on it. So this here is somebody, Psycho Andrews, member of parliament. He's rich. He got supermarket all over the place, right? But look at the other persons who are out here protesting. Unemployed, elderly. You understand? These people ain't working nowhere. Well, you probably young, but you just looking for it. You ain't got no time with work or not. You is a little doggler. You're little relation, you still got a little look, so you just looking for handouts. Right? He used to be rich until he sold, well, he get back a little money after he sell churches. But after GRA wrote off the taxes, for him, he had little money to put into PNC. That's how he ended up opposition head of the PNC. This guy, Leon Saul, is the biggest grasshopper they got in the country. You hear me? The biggest grasshopper they got in the country. Leon Saul jumped from party to he party to next party to the coalition who reject he all over the place. Hug up Anil, the AG, hug up Minister of Health. All wrong. Leon Saul is like, oh, geez. I want disrespect. He's a good man, me and his friend. But the biggest grasshopper that you could find in this country, every way. Look at the woman behind me. None of these people ain't working no way. These people ain't working no. Cassie is working. This is Nacasia Logan. Nacasia Logan is a hard-working young lady. She is not a part of the protest. This is a journalist, right? A journalist. Nacasia Logan and myself came from the President Youth Award program, and we both, I think she went to NCN 1 year before me, right? She started 1 year before me, and we've been in the media ever since. Nacasia Logan, myself, Mark Doris, all went on work study from President Youth Award, right? Look at the faces. The youngest faces you're seeing are the MPs from the, okay, no, they got a little thing in there. They got a little thing between it, but she hiding her face. But you see, none of these people ain't got no work to go to. All these people are collecting pension. All them collecting pension. Look, this idiot. Michael Richmond, former Livewire News sport reporter that didn't really used to report the sports. You understand me? This guy was planted into the Livewire TV company to see if he could get information. But we knew his intentions, so we always kept him at an arm's length. You understand? Paid him his salary for the few stories that he did, AI generated, and keep him at arm's length. Now he's the chief spokesman for the PNC. Look who is here as well. Simona Outcast Brooms, who get put out the PNC. Now she there in PNC protest a cash grant. Big gold miner. And that's the messed up thing. The youngest, vibrant people there are the persons who don't really need it. No, Michael need the cash grant. He lost his job as a driver for these people who lose the contract with Exxon with the shooting up in the Land Cruiser thing. He was a driver for I can't remember the name of the transport thing, but apparently the CEO for Exxon, they're using a Land Cruiser from that company. And is either the owner or somebody shoot up the land. He thought it was Land Cruiser, he shoot up some Land Cruiser. And Exxon Mobil canceled the contract with him. Michael Richmond was one of the drivers. That's why we used to pay you on time at Livewire, because we know that his salary is small and he is suffering. So we used to help Michael Richmond. This banner he right here, the chorus going around. Simona Brooms are all people. She playing, she going out there to protest a cash grant. She playing, she going out there to protest a cash grant. When she was a minister of government, that didn't say, she didn't even vumps to play. She put in no cash grant in nobody's hand when she had the opportunity. Like I said to you, let me make this smaller. Persons who are not employed. Persons who, I think the other day they had a cash grant for, no, those persons with disability. A couple of months back, they got a cash grant as pensioners. A 1.5, hey, hold up. Now they out here playing their protesters for cash grant. And like I said, people who have no jobs to go to. Dexter, you don't want to say that Dexter's a lie, you sue me. Oh my God, look. She's still with your ALP. Imagine Simona Broom was the only person in Guyana who voted for ALP. Not even the people who used to campaign with you vote ALP. Not a seat. And she still got ALP. Nobody don't have no time with that. This is probably your family. Simona brought the only young people at this protest. Right? Simona brought the only young people at the protest. Everybody has a PNC bring. All. Watch. VPAC being out here. VPAC being out there. It's like I tell you, now I scrolling through the pictures, I see them online. This banner, now a Manza shaft this brethren without lubricant. A rough shafting. Merciless. Now you're trying to latch on to the AP and UPNC. Hoppers and elderly people. Hoppers and elderly. Look how this young thing hiding your face. You understand when you see, sir? Unemployed, but a 5,000 or a 6,000 sharing. So at least you make something for the day. Hiding your face. You understand? Everybody else, geriatric. You see what's going on? I think we circling back here. No. I had to watch these before I put them on. You see? All pensioners they bringing out. This is a hat David Gray. They didn't make by this man got his hat long. Eh? You made a promise. Give us our Christmas grant now. Imagine, instead of she go and look for work so she could buy the bleaching cream and continue the process. No, she want cash grant for that. She want to look for work. Pensioners. You notice everybody got on the had them scalp. The temple. This is your temple or he? Where's called this thing again? They got a spot on top of your head here. You got another. I think this is your temple. You gotta cover the top of your head. Them people all they can't stand up in the sun. You understand? Janice. Everybody that young trying to hide the face from the camera. Only persons who are, you could say, a little young that are proud to be out there, the MPs. Everybody else hiding the face. Well, this look like fraud is fraud, family. I know. This look like fraud is fraud, family. This guy, I know. I see fraud is fraud in a while. I thought this was a good say. This old man, he look like a good say. Bro, you need to go home. This man got the first Gatorade hat that make. You see the Gatorade lightning bolt there? Look who these people bringing out in this hot sun. All. No, I think we circle back here. Anyway, I wanted y'all to see the caliber of people who are protesting for cash grant. I gotta know for real. I done. Chris, I's your mother, man. Chris, I's your mother, man. Your mother was by me last night, Chris. Right? Your mother was by me. And I proper dealt with her, sir. She don't look bad for she age. I was telling her, she was like, you know something? Use a proper big food, you know. Use a proper milk. So, Chris, that's who keep me warm in the AC last night when I was sleeping. Your mother. Right? I look hungry and want the cash grant. Your mother hungry. Your mother. She actually she outside by my gate until she don't come in the yard until I done the light. You understand? I got some extra cable. That Kavini take your bowl. I'm going to give your mother, Chris. Right? Chris, your mother. Anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. You too, Chris. Chris, tell your mother heading into town. I'm gonna be home like around 7. So she could come like around 7:30. I got some more stuff to do with her. We got some more business to conduct. You understand? All right. No, I want to give her that, Chris. I've been giving her that. Anyway we go, you know what, we run the route. Chris' mother does give. And the anyway you go, Livewire run the road. Chris' mother does give the and the mouth. Mouth. Look, y'all, I got behave yourself. Chris, see me where you see me. Y'all take care. Bye.